So
Sorry, now you can hear us. It's okay. That performance. Sorry you couldn't hear it. Now you guys can hear us. But you'll be able to watch it back and hear us. Or listen and download. You'll definitely
yeah, you
hear
can
us.
definitely download the episode. We like that.
You won't hear the beginning, but you can definitely download and hear everything that we spoke about. Because it was juicy.
um okay, so dang. Okay, so yeah, it was, I think, I don't know. I think that's the difference between being maybe conservative and being more liberal, is that you do believe that there's a line that you have to draw sometimes. You know what I mean? When you're trying to say this is what we need to be exposing people to, or representing in values, and this is what we should probably chill a little bit with. I think that's just what makes, that's why I'm saying I feel like I'm a little more conservative leaning, because I have like grounded myself in like what I think is okay.
Okay.
Anyway, so I'm thinking about this because we just had this election, and I'm only going to mention the two races. The one race, the state superintendent of public instruction, because that was the big race on the ballot,
Mm-hmm.
and Jill Underling won, and she was the one that was like the big teachers union person. Gwen Moore and all the Dems endorsed her and threw money into her race.
That's probably why she won.
Yeah, that's probably why she won. But some of the candidates who were endorsed by the union did not win this election. But the thing that made me think about my own political leanings is because I actually, um, for the state superintendent race, voted for Deb Kerr, who was the more conservative leaning person. She's the former Brown Deer superintendent. She's actually backed. This is one thing I don't like. She was backed by Scott Walker, but she was also backed by Arnie
That's
Duncan.
probably why she didn't win.
That's probably why. So she was also backed by Arnie Duncan, who was Obama's Secretary of Education. Most of her contributions came from, billionaire Republican mega donors. But I liked some of the things that she also represented and what she wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly, this is the main reason why I voted for her, y'all. And I want people to know that I work for a public school. I'm a public school educator, always have been.
Okay.
And Deb Kerr, is pro charter school.
That's understandable.
And so that is why she's school choice. And all the other stuff I had to think about. And I just want to bring this up because I think we need to normalize Black people having other views outside of a liberal agenda.
Normalize is the new word
I
for
know,
2020, 2021.
I know. That's why
Normalize.
that's why I threw that in there.
Normalize.
That's why I threw that in there. Normalize, right?
Can I stop? I just want to say something while we're speaking about normalize.
Okay.
And I need you to hear me now. And you guys tell me if I'm wrong. I don't know how to say this. This is very controversial.
We being controversial today. Apparently.
Not that there is a campaign called Normalize Dwarfism.
Okay.
My thing is, how can you normalize something that is a deformity? Not like a deformity like
abnormality.
That's the better word
okay.
for it. I apologize.
Yeah.
Abnormality. That's something you can get a benefit check from.
Can you?
Yeah, because people usually can't work past a certain age because of their height. There wouldn't be. They get, some benefits. Some people get benefits, but I'm saying, is that something like to normalize?
Maybe they mean normalize it like
accept it.
Right.
Is normalize the correct word?
No, probably
use?
not.
Because to me, it's like we don't want to normalize people having
I think
to me,
yeah,
I
maybe
don't want I don't.
I wonder what the message is really behind that normalize. What do people mean when they say normalize?
Don't look at me in awe and
yeah,
and
I think
stuff
that's
like that, because I don't look at little people in disgust or anything. I'm just like, I don't want to. I'm 6'4". I don't want to be disrespectful I don't want to look down and talk to them. I don't want to be any rude or anything. It's just like I feel like how some Black people feel like when they around, how white people feel like when they're around Black people. Like, I don't want to say anything wrong. I don't want to look a certain way. I don't know if I should laugh at certain joke. Should I say give me a little bit of time? I don't know. Like, should I make certain words? So I don't know what that whole jive is about it, but it's just something about the normalized word that's just
Maybe
being
maybe
rampant.
you say normalize when you know that there's been an increase in numbers of certain types of people, or
Or a certain
like
type of hate.
we should normalize hate though, should we?
I think a
I
lot of people
wonder.
have because they call them midgets, and midgets is not a term that little people like to be called, or they call them like they get like jobs for like little people for like the what's it called for St. Patrick's Day? The leprechaun or things like that. They don't get like normal jobs, so they get like the little job. So I can understand the you keep wasting this blood orange. I can understand like that normalized, like give them normal jobs, give them jobs that normal people would get. But
That's my issue is we give you the opportunity to get the job. Can you physically
if you make it available,
Yeah, if you do certain accommodations,
if
I
you make the
suppose.
set
Yeah.
available for a
Yeah.
little person,
the accommodations is greater than the cost of what it is to hire you?
I agree. I think so,
I
but
think that's what a lot of people should take into consideration. Yes, we want to give you the same opportunity, but to accommodate for you might make us have to change the whole structure. Of what
it'll
we
take
do.
away from everybody else's paycheck because now we have to lower our
To create
sets.
more expenses to make. And I'm not saying that you don't. If you are a little person, you shouldn't be trying to get a construction job. Let's keep it real.
Why not though? Normalize little people who work in construction. They
Well,
can
yeah,
carry the
yeah, there you
clipboard
go.
around. Maybe that's the
That's what they're
concept
saying.
behind
Now
it.
we're getting
So
somewhere.
And
it's
then we give you a clipboard, and now you get a Napoleon. No short person joke.
I am not.
But that's what. Think about it. If you're not built for a particular role, and we give you the role because you fit the mold, or
you give them the role so that they are an example to other
Is that
people.
patronizing though?
No, that they're an example to other people.
Just like how they used to make a big fuss about black people getting certain jobs just to fit a status quo. That's what you'll be doing in that case. I'm not saying they should not have, but look, I'm just saying if you don't qualify for this position, let's keep it realistic.
Well, look, did you ever see The Little Couple where they
yeah, that was my show.
And one's a doctor.
Like, what if I said normalize giantism? Because I feel like I can't be an airline stewardess because I'm 6'4".
Okay, they do normalize it. In fact, giant people are superstars and revered all over the world.
We are. Yeah. Well, I don't feel like I'm a giant, but I technically am. Yeah.
I'm saying you also have to be realistic of what you want. It's like you say, Johnson, you're not gonna go apply for a role to be in the next Willy Wonka movie.
No. Oh yes, I am. I want to be in the Willy Wonka movie. I don't want to be an Oompa Loompa. I want to be. I know.
But that's what the sound like you're doing. It's like,
yeah.
You don't want to always be Oompa Loompas.
We want to be mothers on sitcoms, but
you can do those roles. I'm not saying you couldn't.
There has not been a sitcom with a little person on it. Well, yes, there has. Webster.
Yes.
Webster and
Different Strokes.
Different Strokes.
What's the Fantasy Island?
Fantasy Island. Love Boat. The plane, boss. The plane. But the guy from Game of Thrones, he's in a lead role.
Yeah,
he was in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has.
He's always been someone who had a role.
What's his name?
Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage. He is cool as hell.
I love him.
He was dope as fuck in that. What was that movie on Netflix?
He was in Thor. Remember?
He was in Thor. Yeah. He was in
and he played a giant.
Yes,
Game of Thrones. He was
Game of Thrones. Yes.
I Don't Care. That's the movie.
I didn't see that.
I Care a Lot. That's what it's called.
Oh, I never seen that.
With Martin Lawrence?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, I gotta watch that. I'll come put that on my list.
You remember The Gay Lover?
Yeah.
He was the gay lover.
Oh, okay.
Okay, maybe I have seen that. I don't know.
They put him in they thought they killed him, so they threw him in the casket with the dad.
And he was alive.
Yes.
I didn't see that.
He just took those pills or something?
Yeah, they were taking the wrong pills.
Okay, so listen, I'm just gonna wrap up my part. So
I'm so sorry, Shauna. I digress.
Don't be sorry. It's okay. I just wanted to, because I don't want it to seem like I was being scatterbrained with what I was presenting.
We're scattered. This is the name of the show called Scatterbrain.
So I was trying to tie all these things that we were just talking about, because I love it, up and just say that I think about Kanye these days when he was like chastised he was going off the deep end though. But
whatever crazy Kanye did, I need to join because he's a billionaire.
He is. I think he was ahead. That's what I'm trying to say. I think, it's okay. For too long, we have been told that this is who we are supposed to be. We're supposed to be Democrats. Like, I thought that of course, everybody in my family that would be black would be a Democrat. And that's not true. And I don't know why I even thought that. But then when I think about the history of East St. Louis and the history of where it sits and all that context, then it makes sense. So why right now do we think that we're all a monolith and we just do one thing and we're all liberals? And when I don't know if they've helped us any more than anybody else. But that's what I'm thinking of. That's what I've been downloading this week.
I think it's important for us to vote with whom is going to help us the most at that time until we can get to a point where we can vote the people that we actually need or want to have in office. Because Camilla wasn't voted to be the Democratic forerunner. Biden was. So we voted for everybody voted for Camilla. Was it Camilla? Kamala.
Yeah,
See,
Kamala
I'm
Harris.
sorry. I'm sorry, Sister President. Vice President. Sister President, because that's what we voted for.
Mhm.
She gonna be president. She the president.
Yep.
She was. My download is just huh?
Can we put a cap
On what?
age of our president?
No.
No.
We need to
Even though I did think Biden had some.
No, we need to put a cap. These presidents be entirely too old and be out of touch with what they
Yeah, I agree with that. But Biden had to learn some stuff because he was the person Biden was could have never run for president. The person he is now is a changed man, and that's what I think America needed was a changed man. And I think that's what Trump. I'm going to say this in all regards.
Trump did.
The world needed Trump.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Mhm.
The world needed to see that.
Mm.
The world needed to see that in action.
Mhm.
People needed to see. Do I think Trump is a racist? No. I think he is an opportunist. I think he played up to every opportunity that he could do to get him on TV. This man has a #1 rated TV show for decades because he knew exactly what to do to get people's attention.
Yep. CNN's not even the same anymore since he's gone.
People
Ratings
don't
aren't even the same.
people don't even care about
Twitter
stuff
stock
like that
going
no
down.
more. People don't even care about stuff like that no more. This man gained so much interest because he knew what to say. He knew people were so stuck in these hateful times that all he had to do was spit out hate, and hate was going to win. And hate won him an election. Nothing else won this man an election but hate.
Right.
So the world needed him. The world needed him to get that off their chest, get it out. So now we see it, and now we can grow on to bigger and better things in love and life and peace. But my download.
Yes.
Anyway, I have been watching a lot of like For My Mans and Fatal Attractions. And so my download, kind of going to the conversation of today is women being dumb over the dick. I really don't understand how a lot of women are just so dumb over the dick. It is like, and men do the dumbest shit. So I'm like, y'all dumb over this? For me to be a gay man, I can just sit back and listen to some of my girlfriends tell me stuff, and I just be like, girl, you want me to be compassionate, but all I can tell you is you is stupid because he's doing you like. Because me thinking like a man, because even though I'm gay, I still think like a man thinks. Like, if somebody giving you something for free and then you can do whatever you want and then you can still come back to it, why not?
Right.
My download, I just don't understand why girls be so dumb over the dick. Like, a girl will literally be a social fly on the wall. She'll meet a boy. He'll fuck her down, eat the brown off her Gucci. And she will literally rob a bank for this man. There are countless of stories of women killing. If you go to the jail, 99% of women are in jail over a man. 99% of men are in jail over money.
Can I just say, and this
Not a woman.
since we're being controversial, I'm going to be.
Let's
controversial.
go.
Okay. I think we have to think about our relationships with all the men in our life, and see what
Yes.
those relationships look like.
Yes. Because I know it's a lot of issues with their fathers. A lot of women have
Or
father
any men in their
issues,
lives, yeah.
or
Mhm.
things have happened with women not addressing situations of being raped in life, which makes them more sexually active as girls.
Or even if it doesn't mean, I'm not saying that the father was absent or whatever, but just like what kind of relationship did you have with them? You know, even if they were present or absent or whatever, what kind of relationship did you have with them? What kind of relationship did they have with you? You know?
Scatterbrain relationships, episode 19.
So
That's this episode title, Scatterbrain Conversations.
for real.
For real. That's the title
There
of
we
the show.
go. I like that.
But I just don't, I never understand it. And not all my girlfriends that call me or that I have conversations with go through these things. Not all the people, and not all of them are straight. It's like a lot of women go through these things. It's like where the insecurity is just like, I have to have this one person. It's like, I don't know. I don't know where that comes from, where the
Yeah.
insecurity lies from, but I have not had any good ass that was so good that's gonna make me rob a bank, that's gonna make me kill somebody, that's gonna make me sell drugs and get caught by the police. Girl, I watched this show. The girl had met this boy. She ain't did nothing in her life. She was a good Christian girl going to church. Met this dude. He done ate the brown off a coochie. Now she's selling drugs for him. The police is chasing him. Girl, the police behind him, and he got a gun. And he get a gun to her. She take the charge for him.
That sounds like a Tyler Perry movie.
She about to do 2 years, or she can flip on him. Do you know this woman did 2 years?
Oh yeah, easy.
Easy. And then wanted to flip after she got served because she found out he had 2 babies on her. So now you want to flip because you found out he was cheating. You should have known he wasn't doing right. I just don't understand it. That was my download. I'm done. I'm done.
Well, you like I said, you'll understand it if you just dig a little deeper into their history, and maybe sometimes it's also how they see women. The women in their families' interaction with men. It's not just their interactions; it's also the women's.
And let me counter
with their
that.
family.
Why do men treat women so horribly?
Oh well, we'll be trying to
Why is it?
Talk this through all day.
Why do men think it's okay for them to cheat, but women it's not okay for them to cheat?
Ooh, that's part of my menu questions.
Oh, okay. Well, let's jump into that.
Yeah,
you do have to look at their history.
I believe in that. Right.
Mama is complaining about the fact that daddy slept with the chick from the bar.
Yep.
You start normalizing that it's okay for men to have multiple women.
Normalize.
Yep.
You turn around and you look at history, and history has always written that men can do whatever they want.
Yep.
But when did monogamy become a trait for us? When did humans say, okay, I'm going to get married and be with this one person for 50 years or for the rest of my life?
Ooh.
When did monogamy become so important? Why is it so important to be with one person? Not that I'm saying that it's not.
Oh, so should I? Okay, that goes with my hot question, even though that's not.
Girl, let's jump
order.
into these questions.
Okay,
let's go.
Okay, so I guess I'll go to the. Should I go to the hot question? Or?
We here now.
Huh? Okay, so
it's above me now.
Have y'all seen? Have you seen this man on YouTube? This is what is breaking my heart about this man on YouTube.
Derek man,
Kevin Samuels. Okay, so my son introduced me to this. My 17-year-old son introduced me to this man, Kevin Samuels, on YouTube. Highly entertaining to him.
You talking about black women?
Okay, so his thing is he has an episode called "High Value Men Cheat." High value men cheat. So he basically talks about how if you have a man who's making over $100,000, why would he want you if you don't look a certain way, if you don't come from a certain pedigree, if you don't act a certain way, if you aren't willing to stay home and take care and raise his legacy, if you don't have everything, if you're not 5 stars, then why would you expect a high value, high earner to be monogamous? And then also you shouldn't even expect a man who makes that money to be monogamous. Like, that's dead. Monogamy, it should never be expected of a man who makes a lot of money, basically, is what he said. So
I can kind of believe that because a man will make a lot of money. He got to be stressed out.
so he comes. So that's what he's
True.
saying. He's saying that men who make a lot of money have a lot of options, and so
Mm-hmm.
women call in and they essentially say, "Hey, I'm pretty and I want a man who is smart and also makes a lot of money, and I want to be married. I want 2 kids." And he goes through this series of questions with them
Mm-hmm.
about their background, about their history, and then he just like eventually his line of questioning gets to tearing them down, like.
Tearing
You
the
know,
black women down, or just women
it just
in
gets really
general?
nasty and kind of weird and disgusting to me the way he like tries to pick apart these women, like.
Mm-hmm.
And then if they try to redeem themselves in any way, he considers them being disrespectful to an elder man, and like he is just
Oh, so he's an
patriarchal.
older man.
Yeah, it's just like dumb black man patriarchal
Is
bullshit.
he like a
really.
preacher, a pastor? or
No,
something?
he ain't none of that because he's basically saying that I should be able to fuck who I want to, no matter what. Because
Is he married?
Yes, I know, and he's like,
Is
and
he probably just doing this for money? Because does his wife come on screen or say
I don't know, but she
anything?
probably doesn't say anything, and just like a lot of wives probably don't say anything. No,
She probably is like, he giving me that check, girl. I
Right.
don't really care what this motherfucker
right.
does.
Well, I think there's a lot more of that going on than you would
That's
think.
that's
okay?
the way of the world, right?
So-
That's the way of the world. That's how it's always been.
So my question is, do you think
Let's go.
do you think mistresses are glorified sex workers?
No. I think a mistress is a glorified entrepreneur. True thing.
Well, that's actually one of the same.
Yeah, I
Right.
think the only issue I have with sex workers is when they, and this is probably not gonna be good because I know a lot of pimps. Is when you get a pimp. I don't think you should have anybody to take anything that's not given to you. Now, some pimps, in some situations, to my friends that are pimps, take care of their whores. Alleged pimps.
Mhm.
Take care of their girls and pay their rent and things like that, and don't take all of their money. It's just an organizational thing. But that's the only time I have a problem with sex workers. Next question, please.
Wait, so you're saying that a mistress is a glorified entrepreneur?
A mistress? I don't really think. Okay, first of all, if she has more than one man that she's sleeping with, if she's just sleeping with one man, I just think she's the other woman.
Okay.
I don't think she's like a glorified anything. She's just stuck in that whole relationship debacle. Now, a mistress has to decide if she's going to be with a man who is still with somebody else. Like, what's that? Do you want to just be with him because of his qualities, or are you concerned about his relationship qualities?
Mm.
And then you have to think about that. Sometimes when men are looking for another woman, it's not for a lot of times the full intercourse of it all. It's mainly because they just want an escape.
Mm.
And now that I'm saying cheating is right, because it's not, I think there needs to be communication involved.
Mhm.
But some people you can't communicate with, so
Yeah.
that's out the window. So it's like you got to sneak behind somebody's back, which
Okay.
is not right all the time.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Well, according to Kevin's.
A man with a mistress is a man who has not communicated with his wife that be with me, I'll pay all the bills, I'll take care of you, just let me have what I want to have.
Well, polygamy is that the American value system? Is that in line with that? I don't know.
Child, what does American value system? You used to couldn't even drink in America.
Yeah, you're right. Right.
Yep.
Mm.
The same thing with marijuana being legal everywhere. You can grow the plants in your house. You ain't got to buy from the government no more. It's legal. We can't control it.
Mm.
We're not going to let it be legal everywhere.
Yeah.
You marry one person, you just slap a license on you that never needs to be renewed.
Mm-hmm.
You figure out how to get paid off of you. If you're in a polygamous relationship,
And then you have to get a marriage license number.
Well, you have to kind of have some wealth to be a polygamist, I would say anyway.
No, you don't. All these niggas in the hood be cheating on these girls. They don't be having no money.
Yeah,
They just got a big old brown thing.
do you know anybody who went to jail for child support?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a lot of brothers who went to jail for child support.
That's because they can't afford them kids. They have it.
that's a whole other conversation.
That's a whole other conversation. You are so right.
There's levels to child support.
Ugh, I know. I get it.
Trust me, my I need my child support now.
You got a mild question for me?
I do. We
Or you
starting
want to
off
go
at
to hot?
mild.
I went right to hot, but you can go to
Oh,
you can go wherever
I'll
you want to
start
go.
here. Have you ever
Actually,
been to Token Black?
oh yes, of course.
You have too. Have you?
Okay, wait.
Tom, you been to Token Black before?
Wait.
I've been to Token Gay, Black, everything
When I
before.
used to work for Sony out in Pleasant Prairie, I
Mm-hmm.
used to be talking black. Now here's the funny part: there was already a black dude that worked there, but he was ignorant. So whenever the guys really wanted to say something to him, they wouldn't. But when it annoyed me and I said it, when I tell you the whole room would be like, I've been wanting to tell him that for the
I don't
longest
know how long.
Mm.
I've been there talking to the Token Motor Mouth.
Yeah.
Yes, I always am.
Yeah.
I ask the question. Shit, I've been wanting to know too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
there
I
talking.
embrace that role sometimes.
Me too. I don't care.
Because I break stereotypes of what they think I'm supposed to be.
I just don't like to be normal. There is this thing that people do now, like he weird, your weird ass. Like, thank you. I like to be weird.
It's normal now.
Like, when did
Yeah.
weird become such a bad thing?
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
like being weird. I like the weird kid at school. That's the person who's probably the most interesting.
Well, I think when you're weird, it's because you don't quite fit into the
I don't fit in with the
mold
person who
of
don't
what.
like me.
Well, it's like, okay, so you're not what black is supposed to be, but then you're not white,
Or you're
so
not
then
Asian, or
yeah,
you're
so then you're
not-
weird. Or the black kids who love K-pop now, or who love Japanese culture
Fuck is
now.
K-pop?
What's K-pop?
What is K-pop?
It's Korean pop.
Korean
Korean pop.
I never knew the K stood for Korean. First of all,
Yeah, I got a niece who's into it too.
my boyfriend kind
Yeah.
of likes K-pop. I would never.
It's kind of soulful, they like emulate, blackness a little
There
bit.
it goes,
Yeah.
taking our appropriation, Japanese appropriation.
Well, it just shows our influence around the
Korean,
globe. 'Cause,
yeah.
yeah, they don't.
They want to be us. Their clothes, their hip hop style is
Well,
African.
no, I just think that black is really what American is. That just shows you
Yeah.
that black is what
Built off
it means to
America,
be
yeah.
American.
And I'm glad that you said that. Did you see this? I saw this article. I think it was on CNN. How this black lady she was a hairstylist. She had issues with Meghan McCain on The View wearing black hairstyles because she was wearing like braids and stuff.
Mhm.
I was like, okay, sisters, now girls, we have gone too far.
White women wearing certain hairstyles have always been an issue.
But have you seen all these black girls with all this weave in their hair? That's been Brazilian. Bitch, you is not Brazilian. Why do you have Brazilian in your hair? You is Condoleezza.
And that ain't Brazilian hair either.
70s when Bo Derek braided her hair.
Yeah.
It was a huge outrage.
It was.
Yeah.
She had it in a typical black style. They was like, y'all don't braid y'all hair.
Mm-mm.
Then when you see a white guy with dreads, we cannot stand.
Oh, I hate it. It's so ugly. No.
We hated it.
I think it's so cool. I don't know.
I kind of like it.
I do. I do.
It's always this.
I just don't like people that stink. And some people like, well, they're a naturalist. I just don't like stink. I just don't like stank.
You can be natural and not.
You can be natural and not have funk. What's your next question, Sean?
Well, this is my mild one. It's related to my motivation moment. And
Okay.
you already said this, but what kind of restaurants or businesses do you want to see expand in the future, 2021 or 22? Or which ones do you think we have enough of or too much of?
I
Of course.
think
Me too.
I do like entrepreneurs, but like you said, I want to see something that can sustain or somebody who's just doing something like to piggyback off something. I like that. I have 1,000 ideas, so I just want to be able to put my ideas out under my own umbrella.
Mm.
What am I tired of seeing?
Hmm.
Are you talking about like food restaurant
I
business?
don't know anything.
I'm tired of all the t-shirt brands. Even though I was gonna start my own, but I'm so tired of them. Even though I'm gonna start like one because I just got one that I need to put out. I don't want to
Mm.
say it because I don't want anybody to take it, but I just need to put it out. I'm tired of all the. I don't want to say this. This is the controversial
It sure
episode of
is. That's what maybe we should call it,
Scatterbrain.
the controversial scatterbrain episode.
What was it? Scatterbrain
Scatterbrain
conversation.
conversations is what I
The
put in the
controversial
notes here.
scatterbrain conversations. There you go. Um, I don't want any more Mexican restaurants or Latin food. I
Mm.
just think we need more soul food restaurants because we have like certain options. I do think we need more barbecue restaurants.
Mm.
That
Okay.
have chicken options and turkey
Yeah,
options
and take
things
take
like
debit
that.
cards instead of
And
cash
take
only.
debit cards instead of like some more black owned, like Big Daddy's is open now and off
Mhm.
center. Um, but Speed Queen's line, I would like to see
It's
their
always
I
jumping.
would like to see their drive through become express.
Hmm.
I want Speed Queen to have Chick-fil-A's customer service. How about that?
Oh,
Even though I haven't had Speed Queen since they've changed their formula.
they changed
Um,
the formula.
yeah, that food don't taste the same to me. To me.
I don't know. Them tips be
To
good.
me.
Them tips are delicious.
I would like to see us having more events where everybody could come together as a collective and have a good time. I want it to
Mm.
be more diversity in the state because people of all facets of life can come together and just have a good ass time. So maybe I'm missing like festivals like Summerfest and like things that we don't have anymore because of COVID. So
Hmm.
maybe I'm missing those. I think we need to have more like picnics, or like cookouts, not
Mm.
picnics. Picnic is such a controversial word.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
we don't want to pick a nigga.
No, we don't do that. No.
Cookouts.
Like kickbacks.
Yeah,
Or
kickbacks,
what else
more
they-
game nights.
Yeah.
We need more like R&B lives or something where we can like put all the art on front here in the city.
Mhm.
Something like that. I
Okay.
would like to see us being more of a hub.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think we have too many like boutiques.
I don't think we have enough. I think we should have a boutique area where all the
No,
boutiques
no,
are.
y'all are just getting these clothes off Alibaba
And
Express or
charging
whatever,
so much for
and
them.
they don't fit right. And
No, we need more men's stores.
you know, opening a business takes acumen. It doesn't just take, like throwing some things together and whatever. You just it's I don't know. You gotta be in tune with your market.
Mhm.
You gotta be like understanding like how, I don't know, how to serve like your base or whatever. I think it takes more than that. And I've seen a lot too many, eyelash boutiques and hair boutiques, and it's just a lot of that. And maybe we need some more service oriented businesses in Milwaukee.
Mhm.
And I'd also like to see black owned properties near the water in Milwaukee, either the
I would
river or
too.
the lake. We need more black owned places. Black people have boats.
They do. We
They
like to
have
be on.
boats.
We don't like to. A lot of us don't like to be out on the
Yeah,
water, but those of us who do,
yeah,
yeah,
You
I love
pull
being
the
on.
boat up to the dock and have a
Yeah,
little margarita.
it's fun sometimes.
It is. It's fun.
I just
It's
don't like it
fun.
at night.
So somebody get Ale Asylum. Get Ale Asylum. It's right on the river. Go ahead and snatch that up. Make
Mm-hmm.
that happen.
Mm-hmm. That would be wonderful. That'd be
Hmm.
cute to have like a little bar. Um, Let me see what other questions do I have for you, Shanta.
Okay. I only
Uh,
have one more after you.
I
have a
think I don't
mini.
have a lot of questions today.
Okay.
You do want to go ask another question? Well, I found
Okay.
him. I found him.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna ask that question.
Uh-oh.
Okay, ask your question.
Okay, fine. While you're listening, okay, while you're finding that, I'll take up plenty of time, but this will be quick. So every year, I try to watch all of the Oscar nominees for Best Picture. Have you watched any of the Oscar movies? Do you
Negative.
know what they are?
No.
So, Judas and the Black Messiah,
Good movie.
The Trial of the Chicago 7, Nomadland, Mank, Minari, Sound of Metal, Promising Young Woman.
Nope, I ain't seen but one of them.
Which one?
Only one I saw was Judas and the Black Messiah.
You saw Judas and the Black Messiah? You did? You saw two?
I seen the trial of the
Okay. So I want to watch them all. I usually try to watch them all before the big Oscar show, and I'm gonna watch Ma Rainey's Black Bottom
That
just
was
because she's Viola Davis is up for best actress.
She better win.
So I'm gonna watch it just because of that. But so far, out of the list of 6, I've watched Promising Young Woman. So this is a movie with Carrie Mulligan, and it's about a woman, and she's out to avenge her best friend after she committed suicide. Like a few years after she was drug and gang raped by
Oh,
a bunch of college men.
and what's that on? Is that streaming?
It's on. Well, I think it's not Netflix. You got to buy it if you want to watch it.
Okay.
Um, so she kind of acts like this superhero who kind of traps men into taking her home. Like she acts drunk and then these men take her
Oh,
home.
I do want to see that.
Yeah, and then she will like wake up and be like, "What are you doing? You're trying to rape me?" And then they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
do
They're like
wanna see
bumbling
that.
idiots. Yeah. So it's some. I won't spoil it for y'all. Should I spoil it? But no, I won't
No,
spoil
don't
it. Okay,
spoil
I
it,
won't
'cause I
spoil it
wanna
because
see
it's
it.
really good. It's really really good. I really like it. But my question related to the movie is: do you think the Me Too movement is still a hot button issue, or do you think all the rapists have been exposed?
No, I think the Me Too movement, and let's take this in all regards, has been over exaggerated.
Oh, this is the controversial episode, y'all.
Yes, because I think women are finding anything that a man has done to be Me Too'd. And if you don't say, I don't want to say if you don't say anything about it, don't say anything later, because I know sometimes it has to process. But my thing is, I don't know. I think
The movement has been tainted.
Mhm.
there you go.
The
That's
movement has been
exactly it.
tainted
The
is what Tone
movement has
says.
been
The
tainted.
reason why I say that is you do have some people
Yes.
who legitimately
Have been assaulted.
and
Yes.
now getting the courage to come out and say something.
Yes.
Then you also have those who are jumping on the bandwagon for a buck.
Yes.
And because of those people are getting
Yes.
exposed, it's overall affecting the movement as a whole.
Like the TI girls, those are total opportunities for me.
Mm,
Total.
okay, we talked about this. I think before,
Total
haven't we?
opportunities. Yes, we've talked about this. People legitimately have been raped in our society. And for a lot of these people just to come forward off bullshit has tainted the culture of Me Too. I think it has been exaggerated to the point where it's been exaggerated in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
Because now I think everybody has to be more introspective of how they react towards other people. But it's kind of become uncomfortable to be around a lot of people because you don't want to. Some people are really touchy and they've always been touchy. Some family members always touch people's asses and like, I like booties and like stuff like that. And like, some people you just can't touch. And like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just been it's very you know how sometimes you turn on the TV and it's like that fuzzy noise. That's how it's become to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't know what to focus on anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what you actually want to view. So yes, it's become very controversial.
Okay, I see. Maybe the feminist movement should take over.
Mhm.
Maybe it has been the feminist movement all along, but yeah, it
I
has
do
been.
think the feminist movement should take over because I'm a feminist. I do think women
Yeah,
should be treated equal.
I do. I don't know. Maybe we should talk about this in a later episode so I can formulate my thoughts before I say something controversial about Me Too. But yeah, I'd like to formulate my thoughts before I address that.
This is just my last question.
Okay.
Do you think, and this is piggybacking off of Little Mama has this straight hate campaign out because she feels like gay people are going after straight people for any and everything they say that's derogatory towards gay people. Do you think I just totally lost my train of thought what I was gonna say. No, I didn't.
Mhm.
Do you think that the world could survive without gay people?
That's a big part of the population, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open gays.
No, the reason why I have to ask that question is because if you look at history, there's a lot of
Any gays.
A lot of closet
A lot of closet gays.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them in the civil rights movement. A
Mhm.
lot of them in probably in the
We're not even going to talk about the European influences and how a lot of them were
yeah.
gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plain
Yeah.
and simple.
James
Hell, one of our
Baldwin.
holidays is based off of that notion and concept.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's just a question. That's my last question. I just want to know: do you think the world could manage without gay people?
That's a good question because we pose that about other demographics. Like, can the
Yeah.
world live without
Black
you know,
people. Could the
yeah,
world live without?
or
Could the world
Latinos or
could the
whatever?
world sustain without gay people? I mean, think about all the gay designers who Black people wear, but they talk about gay people so much, like the Dolce and Gabbanas, who is a gay couple, who Black people love to wear their clothes, or like Versace,
Mm.
like all this
Mhm.
stuff that's made mainstream now, like the whole fashion industry would not exist
Mm.
as big as it is without gay people. The whole beauty industry would not. It's controversial to say, but I don't think the world could survive.
Yeah, there'd be a lot less joy. That's for sure.
I do think that. I think so.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I agree.
Well, that was my last question here on Download and Delete, episode 19.
Yeah, me too. I'm all
Yeah,
done too.
you're all
I'm
done too?
everything. Yeah. So
Well-
you got to watch some of those Oscar movies with me.
I'm gonna watch some and tell you how I think.
They look really interesting. Some of them.
Tonight, I'm gonna watch The Nevers. It's new on HBO Max.
What are you gonna watch?
It's called The Nevers. It's a show that's coming on HBO Max. Yeah, it
Mm.
starts tonight.
Okay, because I've been waiting on the start.
What's it
And
about?
I'm gonna go home and watch The New Mutants. It's like I don't really know. They have powers,
Okay.
but it's like in the 1800s, and it's like women.
It's
Okay.
It's weird.
All
It's
right.
kind of
superheroes in the Game of Thrones world.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Okay. Sounds interesting.
It kind of reminds me of Penny Dreadful. I
Okay.
kind of wanted to get into Penny Dreadful, but I couldn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting.
I did start Schitt's Creek.
Oh, I saw episode 1.
That's all.
That's it. I couldn't get through to
I
the next
could
one yet. I
not,
was
but
like,
I'm on season 2, and it's pretty funny. But I'm like,
Mom is funny as hell.
she
Yeah, it's
is.
funny. I just don't
she
have
is
that-
so lost.
I don't have the time to commit. When people say they watch all these shows, I don't know how.
Friend, you don't have the time to commit because you're still watching Game of Thrones.
You're not done yet?
No, she's done.
I'm
She's
almost
rewatching.
done. I'm on the long night.
She's rewatching.
I'm on the long night.
The 10-year anniversary because they're redoing season 8.
Oh, they are.
Oh, they do.
It's already out. It's on Amazon. It's on Netflix. I mean HBO Max. I
Wait,
said all of them.
the redo?
Yeah.
No,
on
it's
HBO
not.
Max. Yes, it is.
Do not get me excited.
It is.
I'm about to.
It is.
They did not do that.
Yes, they did.
When?
Just-
Y'all are
just
lying.
last week. Literally, if you go on HBO Max right now,
It's
it'll
out.
say the 10th anniversary. Of
I need to watch it because I didn't know it was a remake. Okay, I'm gonna watch it.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Like even the
Oh
trailers
my
for
God.
season 8, they tell you everything, but it's a different feel to it.
I knew
I have to
that I was
watch
watching
it.
this for a reason.
You was waiting for
I knew
something,
it. I
friend.
knew it.
Like the people
Oh
that was
my
watching
God.
for Dexter. Now it's back. Yes, Dexter's coming back. I can't wait. I need to catch up. I
I keep
stopped
hearing-
watching Dexter after season like 2.
I didn't watch it either, but I keep hearing about this Killing Eve that's coming back.
Oh my God. You haven't watched Killing Eve on
No.
AMC?
No.
Killing Eve is the bomb.
Okay, I'll have to check it out.
Yes. Sandra Oh is the bomb.
Season
at
3 is
Killing
coming up. I
Eve.
could probably catch up before
And
they.
the show she left Grace to go do.
Yes, and it's worth it because it's the shit.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Okay.
The fashion is so sickening
Okay.
in Killing
I
Eve.
love her and her no facial expression.
Yeah, people love Sandra.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what they like the show about it. But I have to watch it. I haven't tried it yet. All right. Interesting. Love it. Y'all got
Interesting.
some good recommendations.
We
You got me
do.
excited about this new Game of Thrones. Oh my
Mhm.
god.
Crazy Rich Asians?
Huh?
Was she in Crazy Rich Asians?
No.
No,
Sandra Oh?
no.
Only one
Mm-mm.
missing.
Yeah.
They gather all the Asians.
All of y'all got to do a movie.
Real talk, if you watch the movie, damn near almost every Asian in Hollywood. was in
Yeah.
this movie.
Margaret Cho wasn't in it, was she?
No, she
No.
wasn't. No.
Yes, she was.
Margaret Cho was in Crazy Rich
No.
Asians?
No,
No.
she
I'm
wasn't.
thinking of the actual mom.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. The
Mhm,
mom on the
the
Margaret
mom,
Cho
yeah.
show.
She was in
it.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden
Mhm.
Dragon. She sure was.
She funny.
I like her.
She got a nice little resume.
She does.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does. All right. Here we go into the delete section.
Let's delete, Shauna.
All
Let me
right.
see what I'm deleting.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
am deleting. What you say?
Delete midgets in their domain.
Delete the word
Delete
midgets from your
midget.
vocabulary.
Delete.
Midgets is a derogatory term like Nigger.
Delete normalize
Yeah.
from your vocabulary.
Delete normalize from everybody's status, everything.
Y'all forcing it.
Normalize
Can't
thinking
say.
of another word to say normalize. Condition maybe.
Construction working little people. That should not be a thing.
Whoa.
Let them work construction. Let them pour that concrete.
I'm not for the
Okay.
trust in nearby
Let
house.
them.
Oh, poor them.
They can measure. They can do all that stuff.
Measure? You got the little people measuring now? Oh, so wrong.
Oh.
Okay, I am deleting the word weird from being negative in my vocabulary.
Keep
I
Milwaukee
think
weird.
people keep the world weird. How about that?
I like it. Let's see. I am deleting the fear of being scared of being controversial. I want to
Yeah.
be brave sometimes.
Just as
and
long as you
say,
don't become Candace Owen.
I'm not gonna be her. Look, okay. I think there is a line, okay, and I'm Candace Owens says some things, but she goes way off the deep
Yeah,
end
she
too
does say
much.
some good things,
You
but then
know,
sometimes she
She just
like,
goes way out there, and I just can't stick with her on a lot of things.
Grab her coat.
And that's because of my life experience, and I have
Yeah.
a different life experience from her. That there's just some things that I will never be a complete and total conservative. I just won't
asshole
be.
too.
I just won't be. I will never be that. No matter how old I get, I just won't do it. It just won't work for me. But I want to be honest about what has worked and what hasn't worked, especially in communities of color.
Mhm.
And it's time for us to expand beyond this box that we're put in all the time
I like that.
and think about what really helps our communities.
I like that. What's going to actually work for you and your family, not what's everybody else is doing.
Yes.
Stop jumping on bandwagons, people.
Right. And we are
Beat
not
your
a
own
monolith.
drum.
That's right. We are not a monolith. So
Yes.
and the views we expressed in this episode might not be permanent. Maybe we'll change our minds.
Mine change often
All
because
the
I am a
time.
growing person. I'm
Yes.
always transcending.
Yes. So we can be called out. We can be corrected. We can be thoughtful and all that. So
Yes.
yes.
So thank everyone for coming in and listening to Download and Delete episode 19.
Yes, and hopefully you stick with us. Tyler, I'd love to check in with you in our next episode about those intentions we talked about. Remember that?
I don't. You'll have to remind me because I forgot.
See, that's what we do, don't we?
You know, friend, I have a short-term memory. I don't remember yesterday, probably.
Oh boy.
I do. I
Okay.
don't remember last week, Sunday.
Okay, well, I'll remind you and we'll talk about it next
I
time.
do,
So
actually.
stay with us, y'all. Come back. Come on
Come
back.
on back. We making dressing next episode. No, I'm joking. Bye.
Bye.